what the haters talking about.
What's up, family? Offset took to Twitter on Monday and set it off, sharing his thoughts on who is qualified to speak on hip-hop and who should shut their trap. Sorry, but hip-hop is black culture. Don't speak or give game if you don't have black culture. Offset then took the liberty to add, don't make rules on what goes on in hip-hop when you don't know the history. It's pain music, story music. We the biggest genre in the world off our struggle and hustle. Yes, sir. Proud of my people. That's all of you mad, then sorry. But no sorry. Took a lot for us to get here, but we here. And with that, he dropped the mic and dipped. Okay. Didn't use the best grammar, but I felt it. He articulated himself well. I got the message. Now, let's unpack this thing. Who's qualified to speak on hip-hop? Don't speak on it. Basically, he's saying don't speak on it if you're not black. Let's get something straight. Hip-hop is our thing. It's important that we protect hip-hop and don't let it get away from us. Get it stolen from us like rock and roll was stolen from us. Boy, it's so hard to find a rock and roll black act now. I mean, it's a needle in the haystack when from the beginning, we ran rock and roll. So I think it's very important for voices like Offset to speak on this. He has a huge platform. He has a huge voice. And I'm glad he spoke on it. Now, I look at this just a little bit differently, though. I think that there are people around the world who actually has more knowledge of hip-hop than some black people do in America. See, I travel a lot, and I've been in many, many other countries, especially in Europe. They tend to have a better sense of the history, the education part of it, like learning the history, not creating the history, but learning the history, knowing the history, better than most people in the U.S., not just black people, but anybody in the U.S. I don't know what it is about people in the U.S. and fans in the U.S., but even the artists in the U.S. are not really familiar with their history. Those fans in Europe will run circles around people in the U.S. when you start talking about the history of hip-hop. They know the history. Not saying they created it. I'm saying they understand the history. They know the history. So if you know something, you can actually speak on what you know. But he's talking about mainly creating. And he's saying that, hey, if you didn't create this, don't try to create the rules. I damn sure agree with that. This is our thing. Don't be coming in here trying to make no damn rules. This is our thing. We built this. And hip-hop is the #1 genre in the world. I remember when they laughed at us. I remember right here in Houston when they would not play hip-hop songs, not just on the radio, but in the clubs. They prided themselves. Even the R&B clubs would not play hip-hop. And they thought it was a badge of honor. I remember black folks used to walk around. Some black folks would walk around, oh, I don't listen to that. Now you can't get a party jumping without hip-hop. Then took over. That country music was holding on. It was the last holdout. We finally overtook it. But yeah, slowly but surely, they started respecting it. So now it's number one. And it's going to be number one for a while because hip hop is the music of the youth. It is the sound of the youth. It is the voice of the youth. So get used to it. It's not going anywhere. It's going to be around for a long time. You know how I know? Because you got little babies jamming the hip hop right now, and they're going to grow up as fans, just as they did 20, 30, 40 years ago. It's on around here. But getting back to what Offset said, this our shit. Don't be trying to come in here making no rules when you ain't created nothing. This is our thing. And if you try to take it, talk about a fight. Man, keep it up, Offset. The rest of y'all out there, speak on it. Keep speaking up. Don't let them come in here and try to take this thing, because they will take it and shut the doors and lock them, and you'll never get in again. They will take over. Don't let them do it. You got to be diligent about this. You can't just be sitting back thinking, oh man, we just let anybody in and that. Nah, man. Nah, They would come in here and try to take over. They already come in here trying to change the rules. That's what sparked it. That's what sparked the comments. Trying to change the rules. And I also would employ some of you guys to start get behind the scenes more instead of just trying to be in front of the scenes. Get you some publications and some hip hop blogs. Embed yourself into the culture and become a gatekeeper. Don't just be the person waiting, trying to get in the gate. Be the person with the keys to the gate. You dig what I'm saying? Nah, we got to hold on to this. We can't let this go. Hip hop been good to me. And it has blessed way too many people. And I'm not just saying the people that make the music. I'm saying the people that are employed by the people who make the music. I'm talking about the people who have jobs because of the people who make the music. And I'm talking about the people that the music does inspire. We know that there's some bad hip hop out there. We know that. We get it. We get it. We get it. We get it. But what about the millions that it has inspired? The ones who it inspired to go to college, to get out the game and take their money and invest and be a good father, be a good mother, be a good son, a good daughter, a good friend, to be loyal. What about those? What about all of those millions? I'd like to hear you speak on that a little bit more. Offset, appreciate the message. No more talk.
What them haters talking about?